So I talked about in one of my other videos the fact that the CIA were also involved, another one of these corrupt parts of the world, involved in the very demonic and disgusting satanic rituals that happen with children in order for people in power in the world to maintain this power. And today I wanted to just dive into this a bit more because I talked about a project called Project MK Ultra, done by none other than the CIA in the USA, which was, well, I'm going to tell you guys about this. So basically, it was a code name given to an illegal program, illegal. And one thing that I've noticed is when people in power want to do something that they're not supposed to do, and especially when it's something that's it would be very bad if the public find out, they tend to say that it was illegal. They tend to say that people went off what was it, off script, or went rogue or whatever. And in reality, a lot of the time, their superiors have told them, like, by the way, you can't do this, is off the books, by the way. There you go, off the books. This is off the books, by the way. So we're going to talk about this because this experiment was done on human subjects, of which there were unwitting unwitting American citizens who were chosen for these trials. Now, the purposes, or the aims rather, which I'm just reading off my notes, which is why I keep looking down, and I hate looking down my videos, guys, but I want to keep the information well for you, is they wanted to identify and develop drugs and alcohol, and they wanted to prepare torture and interrogation procedures to force confessions through mind control. Now, obviously, this all sounds, very scientific, and they make it seem like, oh, we had to do this because we had to know how you're going to be able to do this. People actually had to go through these tasks, and a lot of the time, human beings are used. And one scary thing actually that I found out is that there was a connection with this work, I believe, with Auschwitz, which is obviously to do with Hitler and Germany, and we all know about what happened there and how they had concentration camps. That's absolutely scary, but when they did realize what was going on, apparently one of the guys who was involved said, oh, I can't be involved in this anymore. Even still, this is what they were doing. And the reason why I'm mentioning this specifically right now is because one of the things we've been talking about on here is this compound, this anti-aging agent that the Hollywood weirdos and world elites love, called adrenochrome. And this is one of the areas where they actually used it, because they used adrenochrome in this study. This is one of the things that they tested. So this thing that I've been talking about in previous videos, that they extract from children, and yes, I just said extract from children, that is where they've gotten it in the first place. And all of this started in the 1950s. And so again, guys, it's like what I keep saying to you, that a lot of these things that we see today, people plan these things from years out and have been consistently doing them, and have been controlled by the very few who control a lot of things that go on in the world. And I've done videos about that, so check those out. Especially to do with the media is a perfect way to break it all down. So check out my videos on the media if you want to know more. But they have used that opportunity from years ago to start their kind of reign of terror, and to dominate, and to look into this research. And the scary thing about this for me is that the research that was undertaken included 80 institutions and 44 university and colleges, as well as pharmaceutical companies, hospitals and prisons. And that for me was the thing that just finished me altogether when I discovered this, because I was like, so they've really included all these people and nobody's seeing an issue. And this is the problem with science. The problem with science sometimes, and I can say this, guys, because I've done a science degree, and I did chemistry. I got chemistry with honours accredited by the Royal Society of Chemistry. And one thing that I noticed from doing my degree is that, and not necessarily from doing my degree, but just from understanding science and seeing the kind of work that's out there, is people will justify doing whatever they need to do because they feel like we need that information. That's the same reason why we're all living in this current situation based on a virus that's popped up, all because a bunch of scientists in a certain country called China, backed up by the American taxpayers' money, thanks to Biden. Yes, I've said all of this and I'm saying it now. Backed him up, and they put their research into making something that never affected human beings. Something that where if I had come across the animals that were originally affected, like the bats and etc., they would have never affected me. They made it effective for humans. Why? Because they said, I can't remember the phrase they used. I mentioned it in one of my other videos. The reason why they do this, because they need to prepare just in case it ever mutates itself and becomes, effective to humans. No, you don't need to do that actually, because now you've made something and then it got leaked, and now look where we are. Look how many people have died, And that's why I wanted to bring this stuff up, because a lot of times people try and hide you know, what they're doing behind like these goody scientific research things, when in reality what they're doing is very detrimental for people and society. And so that's why I just wanted to talk a bit more about this study, and then talk about the fact that even this adrenochrome was included in this study and these studies that were done by the CIA. And it just goes to show that we really cannot trust the government for what they're doing. They have their own agendas and they're pushing their agendas, and the more that we understand what's going on, the more we have freedom of choice in our lives. So that's all I wanted to say today. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'll be so appreciative. Don't forget to subscribe as well and like the video, and check out my other videos because I'm talking about a lot of this stuff. I'm getting very deep, guys. It's very deep and dark and almost depressing, but I'm trying to just continue to share with you guys because it's important that we talk about this, and I'm so grateful for the support you guys are giving me. So other than that, I will see you guys in my next one. God bless you all, and goodbye.